You walk into a dealership. The salesman slides a piece of paper across the desk. $300 a month, a brand new car, full warranty. Just sign here. And honestly, it sounds incredible. But what if that number is hiding something that could cost you $20,000 or more over the next decade? Today, we are breaking down the real math behind leasing versus buying a car, and I promise you the results are going to be very different from what most people expect. Welcome to Wealthy Worry, where we break down the real numbers behind personal finance. No hype, no gimmicks, and definitely no scripts cooked up by influencers flexing a rented Hummer. Let me set the scene with two guys. Call them Tyler and Ryan. Same income, same goals, same dealership, same day. They both want the exact same $30,000 car. Same model, same color, same everything. The only difference is what they sign. Tyler leases, $2,000 due at signing, $299 a month, 36-month term. Clean, simple, and honestly, pretty attractive. Ryan buys. He puts $3,000 down, takes out a 5-year loan at 6% interest, and his monthly payment comes out to $522. That is $223 more every single month than Tyler. Ryan can feel that difference the moment he writes the check. For the first 3 years, Tyler looks like the genius. New car smell, zero mechanical anxiety, full manufacturer warranty covering basically everything that could go wrong. No surprise repair bills, no stress, just a clean monthly payment and a car that always feels new. Ryan, meanwhile, is watching his car lose value in real time. The second he drove off the lot, that $30,000 car dropped to roughly $27,000. By the end of year one, maybe $23,000. And his loan balance still sitting around $22,000. That means Ryan literally owes more than the car is worth for the first couple of years. Financially, that is called being underwater. Psychologically, it just feels like losing. So let us check the scoreboard at the end of year 3. Tyler has paid $2,000 at signing plus 36 months of payments. Total out of pocket, about $12,764. Ryan has paid $3,000 down, plus those higher monthly payments for 3 years. Total out of pocket, $21,792. Tyler spent roughly $9,000 less. That is not a small gap. On the surface, Tyler is absolutely winning. But here is where the story flips. Tyler's lease ends. He heads back to the dealership and faces 3 choices. He can buy the car at the residual value, which was locked in when he signed and usually lands somewhere between $16,000 and $18,000 on a $30,000 car. He can walk away entirely. Or he can do what the majority of people in his position do, which is sign another lease. New car, new contract, another $2,000 at signing, another $299 a month, another 36 months. The odometer resets, but his total spending, that never resets. Ryan, meanwhile, hits month 36 and still has 2 years left on his loan. That is frustrating. But here is the critical difference. Ryan has an end date. There is a finish line. Month 60, he makes his last payment. Done. The car is his. Title in hand. No more monthly payments. From that point forward, Ryan is only paying for insurance, gas, and routine maintenance. For a typical sedan, that runs somewhere around $100 to $150 a month. Tyler is still paying $299 every single month and not thinking twice about it because at this point, it just feels normal. That is actually the most dangerous thing about leasing. It turns a car payment into a permanent fixture of your budget. Background noise, and background noise still costs real money. Fast forward to the end of year 6. Tyler has completed 2 full leases, 2 signing fees, 72 months of payments, and nothing to show for it. No title, no asset, just a stack of receipts totaling about $25,500. Ryan has spent $3,000 down plus his loan payments, coming out to $34,320 in total. But here's the thing. Ryan now owns a car worth somewhere between $11,000 and $13,000. When you subtract that asset from what he spent, his effective cost lands around $21,000 to $23,000. Tyler spent more and owns nothing. Ryan spent slightly less in effective terms and has an asset sitting in his driveway. The flip happened quietly, but it happened. Now, before you think this is just an attack on leasing, let us be fair because buying has real costs too. Once that manufacturer warranty expires, usually around year 3 or 4, everything mechanical is your problem. Brakes, tires, belts, air conditioning compressors. These things fail, and they fail at the worst possible times. A decent sedan can cost between $1,200 and $1,800 a year in maintenance once you are past warranty. Some years it is just oil changes. Other years it is a $2,000 repair that absolutely wrecks your month. The unpredictability is genuinely rough, and depreciation is real. Your $30,000 car is worth maybe $12,000 after 5 years. That value just evaporates. The saving grace is that depreciation slows down significantly after the first few years. The longer you hold the car, the less you lose to depreciation over time. Patience is the buyer's biggest advantage. There are also hidden costs inside leases that the monthly payment conveniently leaves out. Mileage caps are a big one. Most leases allow 10,000 to 12,000 miles per year, but the average American drives closer to 13,500. Go over your limit, and you are looking at 15 to 25 cents per mile in overage charges. Drive 5,000 miles over across a 3-year lease, and that surprise bill at the end could be anywhere from $750 to over $1,000. There are also wear and tear fees for things like minor door dings and interior scuffs. And most people have never even heard of disposition fees, which are charges of $300 to $500 just for returning the car when you do not sign another lease with the same dealer. You are paying them to take the car back. Zoom out to 10 years. Tyler has cycled through 3 or 4 leases, accumulated fees, mileage charges, and disposition costs on top of his base payments. His total 10-year spend lands somewhere between $45,000 and $52,000, and at the end of year 10, he has no car. Ryan paid off his loan, spent another $10,000 to $14,000 on maintenance over several years of ownership, and his total 10-year number comes in around $44,000 to $48,000. And he still has a car worth $4,000 to $6,000 sitting in the driveway. When you net everything out, Ryan spent less and has an asset. The gap over a single decade is somewhere between $15,000 and $25,000, depending on how the specific numbers fall. Now multiply that across a lifetime. Most people will go through this cycle several times over their adult years. A habitual leaser versus someone who buys and holds could be looking at a 6-figure difference in lifetime wealth. That is not a rounding error. There are situations where leasing makes genuine sense. Business owners can sometimes deduct lease payments, which can completely change the math. High-end luxury cars where out-of-warranty repairs are brutal make leasing more defensible. And if you are someone who would actually invest the monthly savings into something that compounds over time, the numbers can eventually work in leasing's favor. But that last one requires a level of financial discipline that most people honestly do not have. Be real with yourself about whether you would invest that money or just spend it. For the average person with an average car, buying and holding wins, not in year one, not in year two, but eventually, quietly, it wins. The dealership wants you focused on the monthly payment. That is the number on the commercial, on the website, and on the little card they slide across the desk. But the only number that actually matters is the total cost when it is all over. Ask that question before you sign anything, because the answer might just change everything. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And after this, what do you think? Would you rather lease for flexibility or buy for long-term savings? Let me know in the comments.